For those of you that don't know me, I'm Corey. I am currently our Director of Safety and Recruiting. As you know, we have had a little bit of an issue over the last few months with driver retention and driver recruiting. So I'm here to ask the management group today, why are we losing drivers? How do we keep them? And what can we do to recruit more drivers? We've currently been losing more drivers in a single month than we have been able to recruit. Why is that? Part of it may have to do with the fact that drivers have become a commodity. It's not just go out and run an ad and get a driver to walk in the door. In today's market, competition has increased significantly. Some estimates show a driver shortage of over 100,000 drivers just in the next few years. For us, employee turnover is trending upward. Now, I know that our current turnover is typically lower than the market, but it's increasing rapidly. And if we don't address this now, we're going to have a serious issue. Driver recruiting is more difficult than it used to be in the past. New entrants to the industry are becoming fewer. Trucking's just not a popular career anymore. In the heydays of transportation, to be a truck driver was to be a cowboy. You could go out over the open road, you could see the country, and you could earn a fair wage while doing so. Now, the image of the professional driver is kind of bad, to tell you the truth. Not many people want to come into a career where the image of the career itself is bad. Every day we watch advertisements on TV and in newspapers, and what do they say? Have you been involved in a truck accident today? What can we do to get drivers in the door? Especially when it's not a popular career, the image is bad, and the pay for the industry is lower than most jobs. Well, one of the things we can look at would be driver retention. Instead of focusing completely on the drivers that we want to come in to the transportation market, how about we look at the drivers we already have? Driver retention. What is it that makes a driver leave? The driver's treatment by dispatch? Do we show them respect when they walk in the door? Or do we treat them as just another person that's there to pick up a load and for us to push them down the road? No, we have to show respect. Are there differences between the description of the job that we advertise and the reality of the job when they're actually out there doing it? If there's a difference between these two, it makes it very difficult for an individual to get what they bought. Another common issue is pay. Well, pay is something that has been affected significantly by the number of regulations that we've had in the last 5 to 10 years. If the number of regulations keep increasing, the pay for drivers will go down because the more and more restrictions that are placed on the drivers out on the road, the lower and lower the pay will go. So we need to look at this. We need to look at pay. We know the image of the professional driver is bad. And we know that the pay for the industry is just lower than many jobs. So what can we do for retention? Well, how about engage employees? Engage employees. What does that mean to engage employees? How about we provide honest feedback? Build trust between a dispatcher, a manager, and their employee or driver out on the road. Say thank you when they do something right, instead of always looking to protect our own interests for what is wrong. How about we just say what we do and then do what we say? Because for us, for retention, engaging employees is one of the most important factors. It will actually develop into an increase in what we know as discretionary effort. So, if we manage retention and we keep the drivers we have, then recruiting the drivers we need becomes much, much simpler. What else can we do to affect our recruiting to get new drivers in the door? How about we offer truth in advertising in our job descriptions? If we say you're going to be home every Saturday, by God, we put you home every Saturday. Adjust our pay so that we're more competitive with the marketplace. And if our shipping lanes don't provide it, well, we need to find better shipping lanes. We need to be able to get that increase from our customers to, in turn, give it to our drivers. Because guess what, folks? Every other company is doing exactly that. Another thing we need to look at is our training program. Orientation. Do we give them the tools for the job when they head out? Do we offer them the training they need? Do they know enough about our company to represent us and themselves in the best positive light to better the driver image on the road? What about our benefit plan? Can we work on a cafe plan? We may not have to pay for those additional benefits, but we can offer choices. Choices could make someone happier. What about providing a safe work environment? Now, we all know the days of the past are gone, and you can't run a paper logbook and drive 300 miles every hour. Well, we all know that ain't possible, but somehow people seem to manage to do it, at least on that paper logbook. How about we provide a safe work environment and we promote it with the individuals? And we say, we want you to be safe. Because a safe worker is going to be a happy worker. So, driver recruiting and retention, what can we do? There's a couple of things that we need to think about. Number one is, recruiting is easier if you don't need to recruit. We need to engage our employees. Because engaging our employees is going to keep those employees and retain them for future growth. Our focus as a company should be on feedback, recognition. How about plugging the holes when a driver resigns? We've all received a 2-week notice from a driver before, or a 1-week notice. Did we sit down and talk to that individual? Did we ask them, why do you choose to leave? Or did we just say, thank you very much, have a nice day? How about we ask for an entrance or an exit questionnaire to be filled out? So that way we know why the person left, or for that matter, why the person even decided to come on board with us. You see, folks, driver recruiting and retention is something that we all need to be focused on. Because if we don't manage driver recruiting and retention, we won't have anybody to haul the freight. And the freight pays the bills. Now, I have some handouts for everybody that I'll give out after the rest of the meeting is over today. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact the Safety and Recruiting Department at any time. I would be very glad to answer any questions or sit down with you. Also, feedback is welcome. So any ideas that you may have that may contribute to better driver recruiting or better driver retention are always welcome, and we would love to hear them. Again, thank you, and everybody enjoy the rest of the meeting.